Jupiter, the god of kings and king of the gods, is known as the guru or the master, the teacher in Vedic astrology. The word guru comes from the ancient Sanskrit language, gu and ru. Gu means darkness, ru means removal. So guru means the remover of darkness. It is a planet of knowledge, philosophy, religion, wisdom, wealth, and expansion. In traditional astrology, Jupiter rules the 9th and the 12th zodiac signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. Jupiter has just moved from Pisces to Aries, which is ruled by Mars, on the 22nd of April 2023. The North Node, known as Rahu, is already present in Aries. Thus, as per Vedic astrology, Jupiter's transit into Aries will create a conjunction known as the Guru Chandal Yoga, which will remain till 30th of October 2023. This conjunction can result in man-made disasters, political and economic turmoil. Trust between married couples can be at an all-time low during this transit and conjunction. But what does this transit mean for each rising sign? Let's find out. Aries rising. Jupiter transits into your first house of self-image, your body, and your self-esteem. From your first house, it's looking at your 5th house of children, early education, romance, and creativity, as well as your 7th house of spouse, marriage, partnership, and contracts, and your 9th house of luck, higher education, philosophy, parenting, law, and spiritual beliefs. There will be ups and downs with respect to how you feel about yourself. You will lack patience. You will like to do things fast and make silly mistakes in the process. You will need to watch your weight. You will have a good relationship with your spouse. You might conceive children. You will like to explore your spiritual side. You might collect a lot of books but never read them. Taurus rising. Jupiter transits into your 12th house of expenditure, isolation, and dreams. From your 12th house, it looks at your 4th house of mother, vehicles, land, property, and home or place of living. It also aspects your 6th house of enemies, debts, diseases, pets, and daily routine, as well as your 8th house of sex, death, vitality, trauma, research, occult, sudden events, and transformation. This can bring about an increase in your expenses. You can invest in real estate and create a fixed asset for the future. You will do lots of research on a topic of great interest to you. It is important to avoid rash driving during this transit. There can also be harm from hidden enemies, so stay cautious. It's also important to get regular checkups and pay attention to your daily routine to avoid health issues. Gemini rising. Jupiter is transiting into your 11th house of sources of income, gains, friends, elder siblings, acquaintances, large gatherings, and institutions. From your 11th house, it's aspecting your 3rd house of courage, younger siblings, communication, short travels, and neighbors, as well as your 5th house of children, early education, romance, and creativity, and your 7th house of spouse, marriage, partnership, and contracts. What does this all mean? Well, your resources of income will expand and your income will increase. But be careful not to be too greedy. Couples can hear good news regarding a newborn baby. Students will do well in their studies, but they might cheat or take shortcuts to get success. There will also be many short work-related trips, and your courage will know no bounds. Cancer rising. Jupiter transits into your 10th house of career, father, and public dealings. From your 10th house, it's aspecting your 2nd house of voice, income, and savings, possessions, guests, your immediate family, and food, as well as your 4th house of mother, vehicles, land, property, home, or place of living, and your 6th house of enemies, debts, diseases, pets, and daily routine. What this means for you is that you will feel pressure at your office and work front as work will expand. There will be an interference in your work by others which will make you restless. You will need to be careful with the way you communicate and voice your concerns to your bosses. You might get little time for yourself. You will need to balance a lot between your work and home. You also might suffer from fatigue due to all this and thus struggle to maintain a daily routine. Leo rising. Jupiter transits into your 9th house of luck, higher education, philosophy, parenting, law and spiritual beliefs, and your 1st house of self-image, your body, and your self-esteem, as well as your 3rd house of courage, younger siblings, communication, short travels, neighbors. From your 9th house is looking and aspecting at your 5th house of children, early education, romance, and creativity. You will be highly inclined towards spirituality. You will visit religious places during this transit. Students will need to work harder to learn new things. Your luck might not support you in the beginning in new ventures. Don't take decisions too fast. Think them through. Virgo rising. Jupiter transits into your 8th house of sex, death, vitality, trauma, research, occult, sudden events, and transformation, as well as your 12th house of expenditure, isolation, and dreams, and your 2nd house of voice, income, savings, possessions, guests, immediate family, and food. From your 8th house, it looks at your 4th house of mother, vehicles, land, property, and home or place of living. You will need to rethink your expenditures. You might suddenly stop an ongoing project which leads to financial loss. You will need to watch your tone in front of your family. You need to avoid driving too fast. Long travels might not happen due to an unforeseen event, or it might turn out to be a very difficult travel. Libra rising. Jupiter transits into your 7th house of spouse, marriage, partnership, and contracts, as well as your 11th house of sources of income, gains, friends, elder siblings, acquaintances, large gatherings, and institutions, and your 1st house of self-image, your body, your self-esteem. From your 7th house, it looks at your 3rd house of courage, younger siblings, communication, short travels, and neighbors. This means that there can be a difference of opinion with the spouse. There will be disharmony at home. Your sources of income will increase, but stay away from illegal means of making money. If you are planning to get married, you might have to postpone it for a little while. Do not rush into a marriage. Scorpio rising. Jupiter transits into your 6th house of enemies, debts, diseases, pets, and daily routine, and your 10th house of career, father, and public dealings. Also at your 12th house of expenditure, isolation, and dreams. From your 6th house, it will look at your 2nd house of voice, income and savings, guest, immediate family, and food. It means that you will struggle in your routine work due to addition of extra things that you wish to do within your existing predefined routine. You will need to watch your food intake. Your children's health can suffer, and you will be stressed due to competition at your place of work. Sagittarius rising. Jupiter transits into your 5th house of children, early education, romance, and creativity, as well as your 9th house of luck, higher education, philosophy, parenting, law, and spiritual beliefs, and your 11th house of sources of income, gains, friends, elder siblings, acquaintances, large gatherings, and institutions. From your 5th house, it looks at your 1st house of self-image, your body, your self-esteem. This means that you will be impatient and you will feel tortured by useless thoughts in your mind. There will be confusion in your decision-making process. It's important to stay away from risky investments, speculation, and gambling. Capricorn rising. Jupiter transits into your 4th house of mother, vehicles, land, property, and home or place of living, and your 8th house of sex, death, vitality, trauma, research, occult, sudden events, and transformation. At your 10th house of career, father, and public dealings. From your 4th house, it will look at your 12th house of expenditure, isolation, and dreams. This means that overall, you will feel restless. You might feel bored with your work. You might get some renovations done in your house. You might buy new furniture. But do not make big financial investments. It's important to take care of your father's health. Aquarius rising. Jupiter transits into your 3rd house of courage, younger siblings, communication, short travels, and neighbors, as well as your 7th house of spouse, marriage, partnership, and contracts, and your 9th house of luck, higher education, philosophy, parenting, law, and spiritual beliefs. From your 3rd house, it looks at your 11th house of sources of income, gains, friends, elder siblings, acquaintances, large gatherings, and institutions. This means that you might have fights with your siblings. You will have lots of short work-related trips. You will see an increase in your professional network. You will see an increase in your sources of income, and you'll remain lucky as long as you put in the hard work. Pisces rising. Jupiter transits into your second house of voice, income and savings, possessions, guests, immediate family, and food. From your second house, it looks at your sixth house of enemies, debts, diseases, pets, and daily routine, and your eighth house of sex, death, vitality, trauma, research, occult, sudden events, and transformation, as well as your 10th house of career, father, and public dealings. This can mean that you might start buying lottery tickets. You will need to control your diet, watch what you eat and how much you eat. Don't eat out too much. You will need to avoid expenditure on unnecessary things. You will need to be careful about the tone of your voice as you communicate with other people. You might take up singing as an activity. Do not drive too fast during these transits, and you will research a lot on topics that are of great interest to you. We hope you enjoyed this video about Jupiter's transit in Aries for the next year. If you found these insights useful, make sure that you click like and you subscribe to our channel. Thank you.